Then after you wash and condition it, you will need to moisturize it. Okay? And I'm not talking about oil. Hi everyone, thank you so much for tuning into my channel today. If you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Silencia. I also am known here on social media as Natural Brown Beauty. And today we are going to talk about how to establish a natural hair routine and how I was able to establish mine and what worked for me. So if this is something you're interested in, stay tuned. All right, y'all, so let's get into it. So first I want to talk to you about why it's important to establish a natural hair routine. One of the biggest reasons is because it helps maintain your hair. It helps you to have healthy hair. So this is what really changed the game for me with like my goals and what I wanted to do. Another reason why it's important to establish a hair routine is because it allows you to get to know your hair like on a deeper level. Like years ago, before I started like my natural hair journey, I didn't really know my hair and I didn't really know how to take care of it properly. So developing this routine allowed me to really see what my hair needs are, and just what works and what doesn't work. It also allows you to figure out what type of styles you like to do, what looks best on your hair, and also it allows you to figure out what type of curl pattern you have and just all these things that you didn't really know about your hair. So that is why it's important to establish a routine. Another thing that you will learn or find out as you develop your routine is what products work best for your hair. So one of the ways that you can find out, what products work best for your hair is through trial and error. And that was how I initially started figuring out what type of products worked for me. And I learned very fast. And yeah, you may become a product junkie just trying to figure out like what products work good, what products work well, what products don't work. And you'll learn that not what may work for someone else may not work for you. And that's what I learned, especially being in like the influencer space. Like you see different people talking about like how this product, they rave about the products that worked for them, and then you try the product yourself and you're like, that did not work for me. So that's okay. That's one thing that will happen as you are developing this routine, and that's perfectly fine. Another way that you can figure out what products work best for you, if you're not trying to become like a product junkie, that's perfectly fine. What you can also do is find people who have similar hair textures as you, or like a similar hair type or texture as you, and see what works for them. And just try it again, trial and error, see if it works for you. And as noted, what works for them may not work for you, and that's perfectly fine. But yeah, those are the two paths I would say to find like what products work best for you. Now, what I learned works best for my hair, and this is just over time, I learned that my hair loves thick creams and butters. Like my hair loves moisture, and that's when it's at its like prime, I would say. So it loves thick creams or butters. It loves deep conditioning. That honestly, I before coming natural, I never deep conditioned my hair, and I will say that is one of the top priorities for me each wash day. Like no lie, like that changed so much for me. Curly hair in general, you need to condition and you need to deep condition, but depending on your hair type, you may be able to skip some wash days, or maybe you have a high porosity hair, which means your hair doesn't need a lot of moisture, then maybe you just condition. But for me and my hair texture and type, I need deep conditioner. Also, leave-in conditioners, that also like really helped maintain moisture and keep moisture, and that was really big for me. There's so many products out there. Don't feel overwhelmed. Like, you can do this. Remember what I said. Figure out what you want to do, if you want to just go through trial and error, or if you want to find someone with like a similar hair type as you. Perfectly fine. And then the other thing that also really helped me to retain the moisture, which I'm not sure a lot of people talk about enough, which is oils. For me, I love it. Just I guess depending on the style too, but I love a thick jojoba oil or a thick castor oil. Like, those are like what I gravitate towards more. But if I want like a lightweight curl, bouncy, maybe I'll go for something lighter, like a coconut oil or an almond or argan oil, something a little bit lighter. So yes, oils seal in the moisture. And then also thick jellies and gels, like depending on what style I'm doing. Again, because I have such a coily texture, like I need like thick holds. I need something strong. So I will gravitate more towards like thicker products, including gels. And maybe I might use that for like a wash and go or something like that. But that's what I learned over time, what works best for my hair. Okay, so once you figure out what products are working for you or not, you want to think about like what days work best for you. What's your schedule like? What can you do? What do you have the time to do? And I would say maybe think of something like on a continuous basis, maybe weekly or bi-weekly. And this will allow you to, develop a routine. So for me personally, I started out on a weekly basis, and that's just what worked for me. So currently, my last wash day, I washed my hair on a Friday. So now this week, I know going towards the weekend, okay, I need to wash my hair, go into my routine, which I'll talk about here in a sec. The third thing I want to talk about today is staying consistent. So you want to think about why you're doing this. Why are you developing a routine? What are your hair goals? Do you have any hair goals? Let's see. So do you want to find creative hairstyles and switch it up from time to time? Do you want to grow your hair? Do you want length retention, so maintaining the current length that you are at right now? Like what excites you? So you want to definitely think about that. That's going to be your why you're doing this, why you're going to stay consistent with doing it. In the beginning, for me, it was about growth. I had just done the big chop in 2021, and I was scared out of my mind. I was like, what am I going to look like? How fast is my hair going to grow back? What's that? Like, all these different things going through my mind. But for me in the beginning, it was growth. And then over time, it changed to finding like creative hairstyles and different things to keep me like excited about, hair, my routine, like, just switching it up from time to time. So then, I established a routine. And for me, again, that was on a weekly basis. That's what worked best for me. You want the results of your end goal. You have to stick with it. And sometimes even for me today, I'm like, my hair has grown back tremendously fast, and I'm so thankful for that, honestly. But sometimes I think like, oh, you know, my hair, it looks the same length that it's been looking for like, you know, a past year or two or whatever. But then, you know, when I do different styles, let's say I blow my hair out, that's when I really see like, oh my gosh, my hair grew so much, or it has changed so much. And it's nice to reflect on those things. And that's one other thing I would say, like maybe with their routine, document it. You don't have to do videos, you don't have to become an influencer or anything like that, but just for your own personal like keepsake, so you can look back on those moments and say, wow, you know, look at how my hair was, or look at how healthy it is now, or look at how much it grew. Like that will keep you inspired and like keep you moving in the right direction. And it doesn't have to be an elaborate thing. Sometimes I feel like self-care has to be elaborate, and this will eventually, like, this is a part of your self-care. So for me, sometimes if time doesn't allow, I will break my routine in sections. Like one night I will wash my hair, I will deep condition it, and then I will just plait it. I will braid it, go to bed, and resume the next day or whenever time allows. Or sometimes I may give my hair a break. I may wash it, deep condition it, moisturize it, and just leave it alone. Like it's really flexible to what you want and what your needs are at that time. And as you consistently do this, it will become innate. It will become part of your everyday life basically. And yeah, you're able to customize it to your needs, and I'm telling you, you will thank you later. Your hair will thank you, and yeah, it will feel like so rewarding to see your hard work pay off. Okay, so the fourth and final thing that I want to talk to you about is how to create it, how to establish a routine. So I kind of talked about it a little bit, but let's go from A to Z. So what works best for you? Is it weekly? Is it bi-weekly? I would start there. And these are the things that you are going to need to do within your routine. You will need to wash your hair, and you'll need to decide what you need at that time. Do you need a clarifying wash, or are you looking for a moisturizing wash? Do you need protein? These are some of the things that you need to think about. Then you are going to condition it. You are going to either, you know, whatever conditioner you need for your hair, do that. Then after you wash and condition it, you will need to moisturize it. Okay? And I'm not talking about oil. I'm talking about a leave-in, a cream, a butter. We'll start there. Those are the things that you moisturize it first. Then after you moisturize it, you can put oil in it. That's fine. That will seal in that moisture. So once you wash, condition, moisturize, then you will want to style it. And this can be whatever style you please. I have tons of different styles that I share on my Instagram, and if you are not following me there, please do. Shameless plug. It's at the Natural Brown Beauty. I'm also sharing more of my natural hair experience on TikTok as well, which is Natural Brown Beauty. And then of course here. So thanks so much for tuning in here, and make sure if you are not already subscribed, please do. I am now a full-time creator, so I will definitely be sharing a lot more natural hair. I'm also wanting to branch into fashion and lifestyle and beauty, so definitely give me a follow. But not to get off track. So wash, condition, moisturize, style. Once you style your hair, then there is maintaining it. And what that is you are basically trying to maintain the style until the next wash day. So comment below if you'd like to see a video on that, how I maintain my styles. I was actually quite surprised when I came to record this video, and as I was getting ready, because this is day 4-5 hair of a ras that I recently did, and it looks very like well kept, and that's because of the maintenance. So yeah, so those are the things that you will do within your routine, you know, each week or bi-weekly. This is just what has worked for me and my natural hair journey, and I'm just sharing this in hopes to inspire someone to develop their own natural hair routine, and I pray that they also are able to achieve their natural hair goals and find this helpful. If you do, please feel free to share, or feel free to comment, suggest, you know, whatever in the comments. Maybe something different has worked for you as well with establishing a routine. But thank you guys so much for tuning into my channel today. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace and love.